Hey everyone, this video is just about advice for people who don't own a home. Most of them, under 30 years old. Just a few things to do. And right now I am here at Coquina Beach. I'm actually across the street where you have the boat launch area. And the water's recessed down a little bit. Just beautiful out here. Well, let's get started about a few things that you can do if you want to stop renting and making landlords like myself richer, and you want to start putting equity into your pocket out of all the payments that you make. So, the first thing that I want to talk about, and the main reason why people won't qualify for a loan, has to do with not qualifying because of their income. And it's not really about how much money you make. It's more about your debt to income ratio. So let me touch on that. This is our first point. Our debt to income ratio has to do with how much money you take home at the end of the month in relation to how much you have in payments. Now, in payments, what does that include? Does that include your grocery bill and your gas money? No, it doesn't. Just the stuff that gets reported to your credit report plus your rent. And really, when you're going to qualify for a loan, what they do is they look at the mortgage payment instead of your rent, okay? So how do you work on that, Every situation is unique. So let's talk about something that can apply to everybody watching this video. You work on that by eliminating or lowering every single monthly obligation. And by monthly obligation, let me give you an example. Maybe you have a credit card with a $500 balance, and your monthly obligation, your minimum payment on that is $25 or $30. Well, if you pay off that credit card, your monthly obligation will be zero. And that's what you want to get to. You want to lower that monthly obligation. Now, maybe your credit card has a $20,000 balance and you have a $610 monthly obligation. Well, if you're able to lower that by $5,000 and your monthly obligation goes down, let's just say to $475, then you just improved your borrowing ability for a house. Now, I recommend you actually get rid of all of your debts, right? That's ideally what you do. But we don't live in an ideal world. We all have some, credit challenges and so on. So that's okay. It's fixable, okay? How do you fix it? Well, do what you got to do to pay down your debt. But the first step of paying down debt has to do with not accruing more debt. So stop using your credit card, period. Just use cash, right? And I literally mean cash. I don't, if you got into a credit card balance problem, then using your debit card isn't going to make things better. There's a saying, what gets measured gets managed. So you need to measure, and then you will automatically start managing your finances. You need to measure how much you spend on gas, how much you spend on going out. What about that, taquito and coffee like this at Starbucks, $3.48 right here. I could have gone and taken that money and put it towards my down payment on the next house, or towards, buying some sort of dividend stock. But, I'm not trying to go buy a house. I already own numerous houses because I'm a real estate investor. I'm a real estate agent. And by the way, my name's Maciek Zaremba, real estate agent in Sarasota, Manatee County. I'm right now in Manatee County in Bradenton. And if you have questions about real estate, give me a call, 941-888-SOLD, or fill out the form below, and we'll get you, on a conversation with me to see what you're trying to accomplish. But, getting your monthly obligations as low as possible is really the number one thing you have to do. That's usually why people don't qualify for a loan. But that's not the only thing. So let's go into the second thing. Second thing is your credit score. And here's the funny thing. Your credit score automatically improves when you correct and you fix your monthly obligations, when you lower your monthly obligations. Like, as an example, the credit bureaus, the FICO credit bureaus, 3 of them, they have, 35% of your credit score has to do with your revolving account ratio, your balance, okay? So what the hell does that mean? All right, easy. revolving accounts are like credit cards or home equity lines of credit. By the way, look at this. I'm like this water is so recessed, you know? And then we had hurricanes here recently, and somehow this picnic table ended up here in the mangroves. This is crazy. Anyway, so as as you're like looking at your credit score, 35% of your credit score has to do with what ratio do you have of available credit to used credit. So as you know, just as an example, if you have $1,000 available in credit cards, and that's all you have, you don't have a home equity line of credit or anything like that, and you're using $500 of it, that is a 50% credit utilization ratio. That's horrible. You want to be at under 10%, okay? Oh man, I wish I had some water boots to go in under here and take a little walk underneath this pier. This is awesome. I love Mother Nature. Anyway, so how do you get to under 10%? You pay it down. Just like I said, not only does it lower your monthly obligations, like if you go from $500 owed to $100 owed, your payment on that is going to be a lot lower. So that helps you qualify for a loan. But on top of that, it helps improve your credit score, which is what I'm talking about, because it improves your credit score because your credit card or your revolving credit utilization ratio is much, much lower. And anything over 30%, it's like bad. It hits your credit score really badly. But anything under 10% it's like perfect. You know, actually, I think it's 9% or less, actually. So try to get it under 9%. So your credit score is the second thing that's really important to get improved, okay? Now, what else is on credit scores that can be improved? Well, listen, if you have late payments, this is a huge thing that gives you a much lower credit score, okay? And if you want to qualify for a home, work on everything together. And how do you work on your credit score when you know for sure you were late 4 months in a row and you have 120-day late payments being reported? Easy. You do your best to contest it. You literally write a letter. There's a form actually you fill out and you send it to that credit card or whoever's reporting you, and they have 30 days to reply with evidence. And you can do that month after month after month after month after month. And guess what? Maybe one day that admin gets fired that's working on those replies. Maybe they get fired. No one gets trained in time, and they miss getting back to the credit bureau with the evidence, and bam, all it takes is one time. They have 30 days to reply. All it takes is one time. They don't reply, it's off your credit score. That's it. So while you're trying to pay down your payments, and while you're trying to earn a little bit more money, contest anything and everything on your credit report. Man, I just want to show you that I live in paradise. I think this is paradise. This is awesome. And just across the street is Coquina Beach. This is where people launch boats and so on. And then there's, trailer parking and boat parking over here. Okay, what else can you do if you're like renting? What else can you do? I think frugality goes a long way. Okay, now, am I saying be a frugal, cheap person? Temporarily. I am saying that, yes, do it temporarily, okay? Because you will qualify for more home, or you'll qualify for a home if you don't qualify right now. And a lot of people, work at Starbucks or work as an admin at some electric company or something. They're making like $45,000 to $55,000 a year, right? Can you qualify to buy a home in Sarasota for that price? No, you cannot. You need like over 100,000. But here's how you do qualify is you lower all of your payments, right? So even when you're going through your finances and you're trying to figure out how can you lower all of your payments, your total obligations, try to figure out how to just spend less money, even if it's just temporary. Like even if it's just buying, food that you cook at home. and never door dashing again until you buy a house. I mean, I've literally never door dashed, never ordered Uber Eats, literally ever in my life. I'm 46 years old. I own numerous houses, but I value the money that I make. And I know that the path to riches lies in acquiring real estate. I know that because real estate has been the best investment I've ever made. So I would just guide you to follow what I've done. And I'm not rich by any means, but I'm on my way, right? Because I'm playing the get rich slow game. Buying real estate is the get rich slow. And whatever rich means to you, right? I mean, to me, it's like at least $25 million of total net worth, right? That's kind of how I see what being rich is. Not $1 million. That ain't crap. So can you go and just spend less money? Can you do that for yourself, for your future? Like, don't buy DoorDash. Don't buy at restaurants. And when you do go to restaurants, don't buy appetizers, don't buy drinks. Like, be frugal. It's a temporary situation that you're gonna do. Why? So every like $8 appetizer or $3.48 venti pike with cream is that much more you can put towards down payment when you're gonna go and buy a house. And trust me, you're gonna need every single last dollar towards a down payment if you don't own a house right now. So do everything you can. Don't expect to, make one big sale and get a big commission for your whole down payment at once. It's a process. You just have to be in the habit of being frugal, being smart with your money, managing your money, counting your money, and really having budgets for everything. And the largest budgets should be to first pay down all your debts, all of them if you can, and second, to save up as much down payment money as possible. Now, the next thing that I see very, very often, which basically doesn't allow people to buy a house, it disqualifies them from, for a home loan, is cars. I know we need vehicles. We live in America. We need cars. I get it. But why do you need a $32,000 used pickup truck? You don't. Why do you need a SUV, a Lexus SUV that's a couple years old? I drive a Lexus SUV, but why do you need one that you buy for $30,000 and then you have payments on $26,000 of it because you did a trade-in and $1,000 down out of pocket? You don't do that. You don't need that. That payment, and my payment's only $400 a month, but it affects my debt to income ratio, which is the first point I was talking about, by $400 a month. I can afford $400 a month less home. So you have to qualify. And car payments, when you're not a high earner, if you don't make at least $140,000, $150,000 a year, if you make less than that, then every freaking dollar counts towards your debt to income ratio. So don't get a car loan like that. Buy a damn Hyundai that's 13 years old for $8,000 and get a small loan of $7,000 with your $1,000 down payment or whatever, and pay that thing off in 12 months. Keep the same payment that you would have gotten on the $30,000 car, but just pay it off like ASAP. Get a 6-year loan and just pay it off. $700 a month, $600 a month, just do it. And then continue that $600 or $700 a month towards paying down other debts or towards saving up for down payment, because that'll give you just that's a scrape in the bucket of what you actually need. So go extreme and do it. This is why people can't qualify for home loans, is because they have car payments of $600-$700. I literally had a couple about a year ago who wanted to buy a home. They were tired of renting, and together they had no credit card debt, nothing. They had no debt. They had just regular jobs, and together their payments for their vehicles was almost $1,000. Why? They can't qualify for a home because of vehicles, Because you'd rather have a depreciating asset than an appreciating asset? Like, because you have to look cool, because you need, reliable transportation? Well, heck, take the damn bus. You think the bus is not reliable? That bus is damn reliable. People rely on the bus. So I'm going a little extreme. But, you wonder why you can't. And if you want to chat with me about your particular situation, I'd be glad to talk to you. Give me a call. But before you do, look at this. Look at this washed up. Now, we had 3 hurricanes here, okay? We had Hurricane Debbie, Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Milton. And this boat, well, looks like it's stuck here for a little while. It's literally been months since that boat has been here. So it is what it is. But, you want to chat, you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. You want to buy a house in Colorado, give me a call, I don't care. I'll give you an agent over there. I'll refer you to an agent that is good, because I'll find you an agent that is good, that knows what they're talking about. And if you buy something, great. I'll get a small little mini commission. But, in full disclosure, but I'm here to help you. I'm just here to help people. That's all I want to do. Do what you got to do. If this video has been helpful, help me out. You can just go and like this video. You can subscribe to the channel. You can write a comment. You can give me a call. You can share it. Help me out. That's really the best thing you can do for me. So I appreciate it.